The Grammys have been happening now for 59 years. This was the 59th Grammys.
Oh, we are live.
Yeah, we are live.
Hello, friends.
We're live on Facebook. We are sitting here with the lovely actress, director, writer, Dailey Hall.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, and we are in the La La Land.
I agree. You know, as an only child, because you have this too, you have a sister. I'm like, wouldn't that have been nice if I had a little sister who's always defending me? Is Lindsay like that with you? Is your
No.
No. Okay, because Solange be staying the protector of Beyonce.
Right. No, I mean, it's great to have that sister love. I mean, my sister loves me, but yeah, she ain't going out to bat for me.
She's not gonna kick anybody in an elevator for you.
Not happening.
Oh,
but there's a lot of love. We love you, Lindsay.
That's actually how I got to know you, is through Lindsay.
I know, and we go way, way back.
You don't have to say how far back we go.
We go far. We go way back, and we're talking to you. I want to talk to you about the trajectory of your career in Hollywood. But we've digressed a little bit because we were talking about the Grammys,
right?
But that happens. That
does happen.
When sister girls get together. But the whole point we were making though was that it was nice that Solange went out there, stood out, and pointed it out to the Grammys that hey, 59 years you've had There've been 10 artists to win, African American to win Album of the Year.
Right.
I almost think it was an insult that she got Best Contemporary Urban, Best Urban New. She got Best Urban Contemporary.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
my
she
mom
won
was
two.
Like,
she went home with 2 Grammys, but she didn't get the big one.
Well,
she didn't get. She wasn't rewarded with the big one.
I started to look at some of the comments about it, and it's interesting. Beyonce has people have started to say like she's now really becoming more pro-black or Afrocentric or being more militant, and so this is like her punishment for not being like we are the people. And I don't know if you saw this SNL episode about like when Beyonce went the
day Beyonce turned black.
Right?
Yeah, so people are saying that she was kind of punished or put in her place for doing that, for being unapologetically black. I don't really know if that's the case, because I don't think she would have won anyway. I just think it has to do a lot with, there's a new term that's been floating around. Frank Ocean did a little thing on it.
What is it?
Cultural bias.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cultural bias. These people, they can't relate to Beyonce in her Lemonade album. The voters, the recording artists, the recording academy, they urban equals black.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes,
I mean, in the minds of a lot of white people, urban is another word for black.
That's synonymous with black.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think I think they get hurt by them giving her that Best Urban Contemporary award was just kind of like I don't know, just almost a slap, or like just keeping you in your lane. Like you're good for a black girl.
Oh, but not
good enough across the board to go up against Adele. Whereas even Adele knew, though. I mean, that album Lemonade was more than an album. It was a movement. It was so much more. And I love Adele.
Well, I feel like Album of the Year is a really great title. It means something that is seminal, a monumental thing, whether you love it or hate it. It has definitely had an influential impact, and the fact that she performed it at the Super Bowl formation and what that garnered from support to criticism, I think that is what it is. Is it something that speaks to controversy? Is it something that people talk about? Yeah, it is. So in that context, having her be Album of the Year in that way made sense to me. Mm-hmm. Even if you're not looking at it in terms of the merits of like the artistry or the song choices or whatever, it was an album that had everyone talking.
Yeah, so, everyone. And it crossed cultural boundaries. You know what I mean? It crossed all of that. And in spite of all that, she still did not get the honor of Album of the Year. And I think black folks, sometimes we could take a page out of their book. They are very quick to reward their own and do that and uplift them and reserve that highest honor. And I guess we're learning. I mean, we have our own awards now.
Okay. Well, I think she definitely being a martyr, being not getting that award has created more of like the martyr, the more put upon thing. And so, especially since she had that kind of like Mary virginal like crown queen effect, it kind of creates more hype and more things that work for her brand. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Hey, it's better to have them talking.
Obama's always, Beyonce is always gonna stay winning somehow.
Yeah, Obama, Beyonce, both of them.
Yeah. Why did I think of him?
She said Obama because you miss him. We miss him. I mean, we are having a moment, this country, right now. I mean, I don't even want, that's a whole nother show. But we are having a moment, and you just missed him for a minute there.
I did. You know why I was thinking about it? Because Obama and Beyonce are like our biggest black superstars at this point. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that's funny. It's funny that you said Obama when we're talking about Beyonce. But anyway, I am Samantha Beaulieu, and you're listening to The Samantha Beaulieu Show on WBOK 1230 AM.
Hi, friends.
Yes. Fridays, 3 to 4 p.m. right here on WBOK. And I am coming to you with this special edition of The Samantha Beaulieu Show from West Hollywood. And I'm here with an actress, Dailey Hall, who's also a writer, a director, a producer. Dailey, let's just start from the beginning.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Oh, I am also from the East Side. I'm from Miami on the East Coast. I am from the South, like you are. Miami by way of New York. I went to New York University for college, and then I came out to LA. I also came out here for school. I went to USC for grad school. So I have hit the coasts with the most.
Did you go to school for film?
Yeah, I went, I did a program called the Peter Stark Producing Program at USC. It's more kind of an overview of like, it's a producer's program. It's like a 2-year Master of Fine Arts where, we did everything from production to marketing to financing and for films. But I always gravitated to making movies and creating films.
Yes, you did. Do you remember Mandingo in a Box?
I do remember Mandingo in a Box. Mandingo in a Box, The Memo. I was writing The Memo when I met Lindsay. I was like, do you want to be on this? And she was like, girl, this is too scary for me. It was about the Black Revolution happening and one brother not getting the memo.
And Lindsay was like,
She was like, I can't be associated with that.
And Lindsay ain't never tried.
She's like, I can't have people be on this like militant project.
But does that when she said you can be my sister though, she'll do it.
Yeah, probably. That's probably where we got together.
Probably. But then so we were just talking about this before we got online.
Yeah.
About how we go way back in the business. I mean, you've acted and congratulations on your latest booking.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be this year on Dear White People. I have a character on there, and it was directed by Barry Jenkins.
Moonlight, Academy Award nominated director.
And I got to be on Dear White People because, like, a couple of years ago, I worked with Justin Simeon of Dear White People on, like, another, like, little show, and we really connected, and we're both, like, Buddhists, and we just, all of a sudden now, it's great to be able to, like, have people be in positions to like help and like support other artists. So it's just really wonderful. And I remember even meeting Barry Jenkins like a long time ago, and then like how it's kind of full circle. And another friend of mine ended up writing that episode. I was like, oh my God, Chucky.
The episode that you...
Yeah, so it's like great to see full circle. We were just talking about how if you stay in the game long enough, you end up working with your friends again.
Or audition for
them. Yeah.
Because I've auditioned for you.
That's true.
It's the truth. When I saw your name on the breakdown, I was like, Daheli Hall.
Oh, right.
I text my manager right away. I know her.
Oh, that is so for the Disney Channel.
Yeah, the Disney thing.
I directed.
And that was a full circle moment. I called Lindsay. I was really excited. I mean, I was happy for many reasons. I mean, I was excited to get an audition because when you get an audition, it's exciting.
It is.
You know that side of it too.
Exactly.
But I was excited to see your name under the writer. Creator, like producer.
Oh, thank you
and
so
then to
much.
see your name in the same breakdown with Disney.
Yes.
It was a full circle moment, and and that's a lot of the reason why I wanted you to come sit here and talk to me
thank you
today.
So much,
We are here. You listen to the Samantha Beaulieu Show on WBOK 1230 AM, and this is a show where I highlight the best in the brightest of New Orleans entertainment, because that's where I'm from.
Right.
But I do think it's important sometimes to step outside of that bubble.
Yes.
And see what else is out there.
Right.
Bring it to the people.
Yes.
Bring it to the world, because I think that's what it's all about. And there's a very good chance that your career trajectory will take you to New Orleans.
Yeah. No,
And
I would really like that. We were just talking about, because I had been seeing you all, and you still continue to work, but you were just Louisiana was so fantastic for your career, and you were doing so much work. And we were just talking about how that state had a lot of like incentives for companies to come in there, and I think that's huge, and I think it still should happen. I know it has changed.
It's changed dramatically. We've lost a lot of the productions.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. There have been a lot of people who have, it's like mass exodus. They migrated to California. Friends of mine who were in New Orleans, who we were, been working. And then when the previous governor put a tax on the film credits, everything just kind of went away. Now, I hear it's coming back.
Yeah.
I hear it's coming back. I haven't
felt
it a whole lot, but
you hear it's coming back.
I hear it's coming back, but time waits for no one, right?
But you know what I loved about what happened when it was popping in Louisiana is that it really, you saw way more people of color on screen because of it, because you had to tap those and so I feel like, I hope that is an incentive for states to kind of do that again, because do
you think it's happening here in LA? Do you think like it's more and more diverse faces? Like,
there's still some areas that we have a tendency, and by say we, I mean society at large, people, what have you, to see one person make it and feel like the whole change has happened. We have a couple of, for example, I want to direct for episodic television. There are definitely some episodic television directors in the world that are Black and female, but when it becomes the norm, then that's when real change is happening.
Right. I mean, you just did an episode. I was watching Love on the 10th Date.
Oh,
the Lifetime movie directed by Nzinga.
Yes, Nzinga Stewart.
Nzinga Stewart, African-American female director.
She's great.
Kelly Rowland, Carrie Hilson.
Yes.
Why did they put singers in those roles? As an actress, I just was wondering.
I don't want to put Nzinga on blast because she's so wonderful, but let me just say, she had really lobbied to do, and they were fantastic.
They were. I love them. Fantastic. I love Carrie Hilson. She looked amazing. They did a great job.
I will say, I don't even know. I won't say this. I wouldn't say a lot of times networks. I'll speak in a general.
Yes.
A lot of times networks, especially when it comes to relates to Black people and Black actors, they feel like we'll just grab any person that had, not to say that these women did not do well with it, but we'll use say an athlete or a singer, because these are recognizable like people, and they can be interchangeable as a celebrity, versus and there's
versus serving the story with an unknown, like whoever played the girl, the friend that was with the gay guy.
Yeah,
I loved her character. That was kind of my favorite storyline of the four.
Oh, nice.
I thought that was great. It was real. It was relatable, and
I don't know if we can talk about all that stuff. But
wait, we are live on the radio.
I know.
Recording. So there was a big pause because she was telling me a secret. Our Facebook friends live, about that.
Okay.
But,
if you want to know the secret, you need to reach out and retweet this episode, and then we can possibly tell you the secret.
I like that.
Yes.
And that's how you do it.
That is how we're doing it.
But congratulations on that. I was watching that with Lindsay.
There's always a secret.
It's like Hollywood. But Lindsay and I are watching that Love on the 10th Date. We had our rosé. It was a sister night.
Oh, nice.
And we were like, and we didn't know you were going to be on it. And we were like, Daheli!
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And it was great. We were excited about that. But
by the way, and that might go into, keep fingers crossed that it will go into a new season and a new, and actually
like a series.
Yeah,
that would be
hope.
like how they did with Being Mary Jane.
Yes, that's their
good.
hope.
And you know what? That's a great I mean, there are lots of storylines with
Oh,
that.
cool.
There are a lot of storylines, especially that hairdresser.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
We want to see that hairdresser. I'm talking to actress, writer, director, producer, Dailey Hall, and also stand-up comic.
Oh, yeah.
You started out in comedy, right?
I did. And I did do stand-up comedy partly because when I got out of NYU, like, I was this lady who was thinking, there it is. I had my conservatory training.
I've arrived.
I've arrived. Let the parts come to me. And none of the parts came to me. And it was really like I think I was in a little bit of a bubble of just kind of like preparing and being like an actor and not understanding like the business side of it. And I really wanted to perform. And so a very accessible way for me to perform was to start doing stand-up and getting stage time to at least try out some characters, release some frustrations. I think of myself more as a character performer than a pure stand-up comedian, but I love going up on the stand-up stage for sure.
You're hilarious. You're funny.
Hilarious.
You remember you did that play that I did, The Mission? Remember for the NAACP
Yes.
Theater Awards? Like,
oh yeah, we did that together.
It was like Mork and Mindy meets Living Single, and you were like the main girl, Neil Armstrong.
Yes.
Neil Armstrong, the guys that go to space. Like,
Yes.
But so,
We did so many things together.
We've done a lot together, and it's just so great, and we're still in it. And I think what we were saying before that's so interesting. It's like, we were talking about it. My sister, she's a writer.
Yes.
On The Catch, and you're doing, every time I turn on, I see you or your name in a breakdown or you're on the screen, and people think that, yeah, you're doing it and you're doing it and put me on or do
right.
That. But it's like, when you're inside, does it feel like that to you?
Well, I see. Look, we have two people say, hi, Samantha.
Hi. Who said hi?
Henry and
Hi.
John.
Hi, John.
Hi, John. How are you?
Hi, Miss Hall. Hey, it's Creek Wilson and Joshua, my cousin, who's also a filmmaker
Woo-hoo.
in Dallas.
I think it's so interesting because we are still grinding. Like, you would read our collective resumes and be like, these ladies are out here. But obviously, there's still things that we still want to achieve. Like, I just still climbing up that ladder, climbing up that scale. But for example, I know that you've done a lot of co-stars and guest stars, but probably the brass ring.
One guess.
Okay, well, probably the brass ring for you would be series regular.
Yes.
Or a recurring.
Yes, series regular.
And just for you of all who don't know what that means, co-stars are those people that come on and they are in a scene for just a bit to kind of further the story along, but the guest star has a kind of arc on the show. And then a reoccurring character is someone that you might see often. Like maybe it's a barista that they come and they talk to her, like a cop that comes back into several episodes throughout this series. Even on Scandal, her Olivia Pope's father was actually a reoccurring guest star who's now, I think he's a series regular,
but he started out as a guest star,
exactly.
And then he was recurring.
Correct.
And now he's a series regular. Like that.
Exactly.
It's a progression.
It's a progression.
And you're right. And we're all still grinding
for sure
to get to the next levels. Because
yes. And so all I would say with me and my career, I want to continue to make materials for not only you, but for other actors and other people, and honestly, the only ways to do that sometimes is to have more and more cachet, have more and more credits, have more and more visibility in the larger industry. So, and to have more and more money in my bank account to make that happen. So that's why we're still out here grinding.
Right. We are talking to actress Dailey Hall, who's also a writer.
Yeah.
She's a director. She's a producer. She's a comedian.
Oh, yeah.
Superwoman.
I'm not just Superwoman.
Yes, you are.
Okay, I am.
Yeah, you are. So we're talking to her, and we're going to take a short break, Jazzman, and we're going to come back. I want to talk a little bit more about Dear White People, which you have coming up.
Right.
And what it was like working with Barry Jenkins. And do you know why he gave New Orleans a shout-out at the Golden Globes? Did you know that?
Oh.
Okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Okay,
we're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about that in a minute. You'll listen to the Samantha Beaulieu Show on WBOK, 12:30 a.m. We will be back in a moment. We don't have to stop it. We will be back in a moment. Okay, he's going to edit it. He said we don't have to stop it, but maybe it's better to do that and send it in 2 parts.
Oh, no, you can, all you have to do is press it again and it'll
just continue?
Continue.
What? That's on the iPhone, huh?
Yeah, that's on your iPhone.
I can do that too?
Yeah.
I need to up my technical game. All right, so when we come back from the break, see, we are for Facebook Live friends.
Hey, Facebook Live
we're
people.
pre-recording. Hi, we're pre-recording the show. Hey, Lance, this is Daheli Hall, actress, writer, director, producer.
Ooh, Wanda's loving the show.
I'm
nice.
so glad. Yeah, it's great. Very, very, very. I'm very excited to talk to Daheli, who has done a lot of amazing things. Ooh. So when we come back from this break, I want to talk to you about Dear White People, which was a movie. And it's so funny, those producers were in New Orleans a couple of years ago for the New Orleans Film Fest.
Justin Simeon, Angel Lopez, Lena Waithe.
Another girl, a sister? Was there a sister?
Yeah, the sister with locks, Lena Waithe.
Okay, maybe that was her. We took a picture together.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she just sold a show too, and she'll be starting her show. I don't remember what network or... it's going to be on, but yeah, it's very exciting. She's also a writer, producer too.
Exciting. Lots
and she was an actress too on Master of None with Aziz Ansari. So, all right, moving on.
Love him. All right, so anyway, we're talking to her. So when we get back, we're going to talk about Dear White People and how that came to you and what it was like to work with Barry Jenkins. This was before all the Moonlight, right?
Well, he had just finished. He had Moonlight, but it hadn't come out yet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so we can go.
And I would love also to discuss my latest project, Angry Black Women.
Oh. No! How dare you?
Okay, where do we press it? You ready?
Did I break the screen?
No, she didn't break. I hope not.
No. Okay, let's go. Welcome back. You are listening to the Samantha Beaulieu Show on WBOK, 12:30 a.m. on this NBA All-Star Weekend, Mardi Gras weekend. You heard me? We're having our own little Mardi Gras party right here in our West Hollywood studio.
No, just kidding. We need that. No, we don't. Maybe.
Just nothing but a word.
Yeah.
Garçon.
Tequila. Beads. Boobies. No, that is not what Mardi Gras is about. It's more than that. It's more than beads and booty.
No, it's really not much more than that.
That's not more than beads.
It's about boobs. It's about beads.
Linda loves your hair.
Hey, Linda, thank you. You like that? I was thinking it was a little too big. But
what? I love it.
Like it?
I'm sorry. I put a hat on because I didn't feel like doing mine. There's mine. What's my hair?
It's cute. This is fun. Wait, we're back on the air. Okay.
Yes, we are.
We are back on the air.
I'm
having so much fun with actress, writer, director, producer Dailey Hall.
What? Better recognize. I don't know.
We're celebrating New Orleans all the way live in Los Angeles. Word to the mother. Dailey, so let's talk about your latest coup, Dear White People, which has now been picked up by Netflix, which I was driving the other day. They have a big building.
Yeah.
Like in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Netflix has a building. Let me tell you guys, there's so much content out there now. Original content being created. Now they have a building.
Yes.
A building. I remember a casting director told me that once.
They have a building.
All the roles are going to come out. The big roles come out of LA because that's where the buildings are.
Yes,
and now true. Netflix has a building. So, Dear White People, Netflix bought it. How did you get that?
Well, it actually... so, I'll go back. I'm telling you this for all those people who are striving and going out for things. Never give up. I had a little moment on Mad TV, and I really thought after that show, you
thought you was gonna be on Us Weekly,
just moving right along. It did not happen like that. There were a couple bumps and hiccups in the road, but the cool thing about my very circuitous career is that I have started to meet a lot of interesting people along the way. And back in I believe 2013, maybe 13.
That was like 4 or 5 years ago. 4 years ago.
Yeah, maybe 2013 or 2012. I don't know, like a while ago. I was working on a project with a participant media called Brain Food. We were just basically doing like a news program. And the director of that was a little known director named Justin Simeon. And we really hit it off in that room. And he's like, wow, you're really funny. And I was able to like synthesize news, do like little hosting things. And it was great. But the show went nowhere. But what did go somewhere was my relationship with Justin. And he was working on a little project called Dear White People at the time.
A little project.
No, because that's how it feels in that moment.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
He'd been workshopping it for years. And then subsequently, maybe a year after that, I think it might have been 2012, honestly. A year after that, he got financing to actually make it into a movie.
Wow.
And so it became very successful, as we all know. And then I believe after that success of that indie film, got into conversations with Netflix to develop it for a series, and which is what they did. And so with Netflix, what you do is you shoot everything all at once, and then it gets released the next year. Like I also did another Netflix show, Grace and Frankie, which will be also out this year. Okay. But I shot it last year. That's the one with like Jane Fonda and Martin Sheen and Lily Tomlin.
Yeah, I saw an episode of that.
Yeah,
it's funny. I love Netflix. I'll just watch pilots and whatnot. And I watched an episode of that. Who did you play on that?
It's not coming out yet. It's season 3.
Okay, so I watched season 1, like the pilot.
Right,
and it was very funny.
Yes.
What kind of character did you play?
I'm playing believe it or not, I'm playing an actress in.
What? An actress?
Yes.
What a stretch.
Yeah, and that I'm friends with Martin Sheen, and he's finally lets us know that he wasn't always gay.
Okay.
And that's all.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you're doing it.
Oh, I'm sorry that it was such a long story. I'll finish
so Dear White People, the moral of the story.
The moral of the story
cultivate relationships.
Cultivate relationships. He was like, can you come in to read for this? I was like, yes, I can. I read for it. I got the part, got to the set, found out that my friend Chuck co-wrote that episode. It was like a reunion. Barry Jenkins, and I was like, is really his directing? Because I'm so excited about his movie coming out in Moonlight. I had not seen it yet. I was like really anticipating it. And he was like, thanks so much. We'll see what happens. Lo and behold, you're seeing what happens.
Yes.
So really, I'm very, very, and then friends Tina Marbury is also on the show. Some people that I know at UCB are also writers on the show. So it's like all nice and full.
It's like an alum.
It's like an alum.
An alumni of talented
really nice
people who have the great pleasure and honor of talking to here on the Samantha Beaulieu show for the mic, Dailey Hall.
Yes. For
those of you just now tuning in. Because I was driving the other day and I was listening to a great conversation on like NPR here in LA, and I'm like, well, who am I listening to? And they never said. I didn't catch it. But anyway, So if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Samantha Beaulieu show.
I love this.
On WBOK 1230 AM. And I'm talking to
Daheli
Hall. She's an actress. She's a writer. She's a woman. She's a producer.
I am a woman.
She's a director.
I'm a director.
She's a wonderful person. And she is shining. She's getting her shine on. And I'm just excited that you're here. What has been the most valuable lesson that you have learned, Daheli, as an actress?
Oh, wow. What is the most valuable lesson I've learned as an actress? Really perseverance. I definitely think that it can... I know people always say it over and over, like, oh my gosh, really perseverance. But really it is. Like, you will fail if you quit.
Right.
For sure. 100%.
You will miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
I mean, these things are cliche.
It's a mathematic fact.
Yeah, it's a cliche because of it. And it can all happen in different ways. You know what I mean? Like, I remember when I first started out as an actress, I said I didn't want to do commercials or television or soap operas.
Really?
I only wanted to do films.
Really?
Like, I mean,
hear that.
That was my 21-year-old self. Well, that was me.
From the beginning, I would perform in the parking lot. No.
Yeah, and then later, I also, not because of just that, but just I was like, well, what is it really about for you? Is it about performing? Then then you can perform in the parking lot. And so then you start to like realize that, for me, then I realized there's just so much fulfillment in other areas. Like that is why I have started writing and directing projects and producing projects, because I do feel a lot of fulfillment in a lot of different areas.
And you are a fantastic writer,
thanks.
As well as a very talented, funny actress. I mean, yeah, you're the whole thing.
Can I tell you about my latest project, Angry Black Women?
Please tell me about your latest project, Angry Black Women.
So, it's me and another co-creator. Her name is Ash. She lives in Atlanta. Shout out to Ash. And
Ash, can you say her whole name?
Ash, H-A-J. She just only goes by the first name.
Like Omarosa, Beyonce, just Ash.
Whoa, did you have to put her in the same category as Omarosa? Please.
Sorry,
Omarosa. You're really, I don't know what to say about what you've been doing. He's not your friend. Or maybe he is your friend.
Who?
Number 45.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. I don't say the name either, baby.
Yeah, number 45.
No, right. No, he's not your friend. No.
He's not your friend.
Right.
Or maybe he just helps one.
Ash. We're going back to Ash.
Yeah, let's focus.
Bring it back.
Ash and I, we met at the American Black Film Festival when I was there with Mandingo in a Box, and we really hit it off. And we started doing like little videos and stuff together, and then cut to like, here we are like a decade later. We were just like kind of talking about our career trajectories. Like she was on the development track, then she moved to New York, and now she's in Atlanta. And then I, got on some shows, started doing more directing, started doing other stuff. And then we were like realizing that a lot of the same biases that we were encountering of being this angry black woman was actually making us angry black women. Because I couldn't tell you, Samantha, how many times I had gone out for like a TSA agent that was angry, or like an angry, sassy parent, my characters were always like this, like one-dimensional person. And it was like
the angry woman at the store, or the clerk,
right, the clerk, exactly. So we were like, how do we take this kind of stereotype that has actually become a reality, because we're really frustrated by it, and make it funny and still address what's going on in the world. And that became this satirical series, Angry Black Women.
So where can people see this?
Okay, so this is what happened. We premiered at the New York Television Festival in October, got a lot of meetings from it, and we started to develop it also as a half hour. And you can go to angryblackwomen.tv and see our trailer for it right now. And I think
do that.
angryblackwomen.tv.
All of you.
And I feel like this might need to be the new Robert Townsend for 2017. We had Hollywood Shuffle, and unfortunately, a lot of the things that we're addressing are still happening that he did, like,
but you know what? We
25
had
years
Robert
ago.
Townsend. It's going to be
so
Dailey
now
Hall.
It's time for the women.
2017. It's going to be
time for the women to come out.
I think that's fantastic.
Like that?
I love it. And what I really love and admire about you, always have, from when I met you way back when you were working with Lindsay, is that you take the bull by the horns.
Oh.
You don't wait around for anything or
you
anybody.
Can't.
You
Girl,
create your
you're waiting for somebody to tell you.
You've been making films since back then when you were an assistant.
Yes.
I mean, when Dingo in a Box.
Yes.
Which Donna DePlanche, wasn't Donna in
yes.
that? Hey, Donna. I don't know if Donna's on there, but Donna's in New Orleans doing great things.
I love you, Donna. I miss you, girl.
She's doing great things.
I want to be the Harriet Tubman. I want to be able to like open the doors for all of us to get up in her. I don't want to close it behind me. She just fell out, y'all. She just fell out. But I do. Oh. I mean, not to say no, we're fine. Not to say that. I mean, I know a lot of people, and it's because we were just talking about girl. But we were just talking about how some friends are like, well, I know your sister's on that catch. Can't you just get you a role?
Right.
But I know it doesn't always work like that. But if I do have any bit of power, even if it's like a tiny short film, I'll try to put a friend in it, try to get somebody in it. That's what I want to do. And I feel like that'll happen when I get more power.
And I love how you said that. I want to be the Harriet Tubman, like the one who goes back and
brings us through.
And brings them through. Freeze them. And I'm going to tell you that. There's something to be said for that. There's something to be said for that because I don't know. You don't find it. I don't think that practice is as prominent in our culture. I mean, we have that whole term, that phrase, which I hate,
crabs in the barrel.
I hate it. But, there's some truth to that. And I think that all stems back from slavery, from way back
feeling
in the
like
day.
they're not as,
and dividing
not
and conquering and not, exactly, and pitting us against the house and the field and treating people differently. So it's like to get ahead, like back in those days, it was, it was like life and death. Selling people out.
Yes.
Keeping them down.
Can you imagine?
Right, killing them. Like, you saw an Underground when that lady killed that girl? Like,
yes.
Yes, like, it was real. Back then. Right, but
real.
Ain't none of that happening.
Nothing of that happening.
Ain't no knives. Ain't no. It's nothing about. It's about freedom.
It's about freedom. It's about helping each other.
I love it.
That's the end goal.
That is the end goal.
I'm looking forward to the new Underground season 2.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
Are you in it?
No, I'm not in it.
Okay. I'll look for it. I like actually seeing
We lost it to Atlanta. It's filming in Savannah, Georgia. Shout out to my sisters in Savannah, Georgia. I hope y'all are enjoying.
Did you have a better quality of life when you were little? Do you feel like now that you're back in LA, you're like, damn? Or
yes.
you are.
Yes, I just did that this morning. I was like, damn.
I know.
Because I was like scraping my pennies from my Starbucks.
I know.
But I was just saying, like, in New Orleans, I you just feel more connected and love, more resources, more love. LA can be a lonely, isolating and cold place.
Cold-blooded.
It's so big.
It's big.
And, people don't see you. Like, literally, like, they don't make eye contact. They don't really see.
Nobody says good morning.
No.
Nobody.
I speak to people. Like, I'm walking down the street and if somebody's like walking and you're like, we're going to go like this, I'm going to be like, good morning.
Yes.
And these people will be like,
I know.
It's like...
It's a little different in Lamert Park, actually.
Oh,
they talk to you. They say, I know all my neighbors and stuff, but yeah, like you get up in Hollywood.
Honey, West Hollywood.
No.
They look at you like this.
Get out of here. What do you want?
Like, who are you? Who's your agent? Who's your manager? What are you working on?
That's another thing.
How much money do you have?
This is another piece of advice. What you just said makes me realize a lot of times people feel like they have to be strategic about stuff. The only strategy you need to do is strategy that works for yourself. Like if I was like, ooh, I need to know him so that he could get me on, I would have never met half the people that I know. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm on this show right now because of a relationship that I had back in the day. Not because I felt like she is a good person to know.
Right.
So, because
I called you.
Right.
And because you still kept your same number.
I did give my
It's been 10 years. I have the same number.
And don't keep chasing those big titled people. Be around the people that are at your level right now and collaborate with them because they may not be at that same level 10 or 5. You know what I'm saying?
I think that
people are always chasing that other thing when they should be connecting with their own.
Because that's the future. I think you're absolutely, and I think that's, I'm gonna say your most valuable lesson as an actress. That is it. Perseverance, yes, but I think what you just said it trumps it all.
Why did you do that?
It 45s it all.
It 45s it all.
I think it's like, yeah. And it took me a while to learn that. In the beginning, I was reaching out, writing letters to people like Charles King.
Yeah.
Like 10, 15 years ago. Like naively thinking that, this, but it's not about that. It's about cultivating those relationships that God has blessed you with right now, right here, and making and wonderful things will happen.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
They're happening right now. This is happening. I'm talking to actress Dailey Hall. I want to get back to Barry Jenkins and Netflix and Dear White People.
Oh my God, somebody's got a crush,
and I'm so excited. Right? No. Why did he shout out New Orleans? Did you see the Golden Globes when he won for Moonlight? And he said at the end of his speech. I wish I had a clip of it. I could probably find one, get it. But he said, shout out, or this is for the people of New Orleans. I wonder why. And that was before the tornadoes, that we just had a couple weeks ago. So I was just curious.
I don't know if he did do some shooting there. I know that it's supposed to be set in Miami, which I'm from. Miami represent. But I do not know the reason for why he
because I did my research. I Googled him. I Googled him.
You Googled him?
I Googled him.
He's I really enjoyed being directed by him.
Was he hard?
He was actually a performers director. He kind of.
What do you mean?
Oh, where did this earring come from? Is this yours?
It's mine.
Oh, okay. I was like, it's an earring case. No, he really kind of gave some intention, and he actually let me, improv and do whatever I wanted to do, which was very nice and liberating too, to have the reins go back.
What hat do you prefer, Daheli? You're an actress. You've done stand up. You're a writer. You're a director.
Oh,
what's your favorite hat to wear?
Okay. On both these, I know this sounds ridiculous, but these two are at the same level. I really enjoy performing. That's probably, maybe that might be slightly higher. But directing is so fulfilling to me. I cannot tell you how much I enjoy having my hands in the casting, in the costumes, in the locations. Like, it is really something that I adore, working with cinematographers. I mean, it's something that I really enjoy. So that is really one of my upper echelons, and performing. And then in the middle, and because is writing, believe it or not, because I feel like I had
middle, yeah.
Well, because I feel like I had to write in order to be on things. You know what I'm saying?
It was out of necessity.
It was out of necessity.
But thank God you can write.
Oh, thanks.
Because I'm gonna tell you,
not everybody
can write just because they feel like there's a need, and there is a need,
right?
But it ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. But I'm happy. Yeah, and you're a great writer. Do you do theater?
I would love to do more theater, but I have not done it since I don't know, a decade ago.
How's the theater scene out here in Los Angeles? Because I want to kind of get into it. I've been looking up some theater companies, and I found a couple in a couple of areas. But what do you think?
I am not the one to talk to you about, but I would love to do theater. There is something, I love that visceral experience of when there's a full house. I come alive. I have a better performance too, because I really have that immediate reaction. That's something that you miss when you're on set, which is why I like directing, because I can be that person to give that energy to the actors, because some directors are not doing that. They just are like, okay, I need you to stand here and we're going to do this. And actors feed off of that.
Yeah,
so
they do.
That's another reason why I'd love to.
Have you ever had a director yell at you or be mean to you?
Oh, wow.
I'm just curious.
I know. I haven't yet, but I feel like it's only a matter of time.
Not necessarily. I don't think you shouldn't. I mean, why would you have,
because
why would you have to yell at
there's no reason for
or
that.
Insult them. I don't think there's any reason.
Did that happen to you?
You know.
Oh, wait, I'm going to talk about it. I'd love to know. Oh my gosh. If you want to hear the secret, you need to tweet, follow, share, like, and then you'll find out. That happened to you?
It happened. But, it's all good. We rise above it. I'm still here.
That's right. And I rise up.
And still I rise.
Like the day. I can't sing, but I would like to.
It's all good. So, before we let you go, any advice for people listening, our New Orleans listening audience who may be contemplating making that big move to LA? Anything you want to say to them? Because I have a lot of actor friends that listen, that watch. And John Slade, he said, I saw the movie Dear White People at the Britannia Theater, which premiered in the New Orleans Film Fest.
That's right.
That was it. So and John is a huge cinema lover.
So wow.
He said, and you love from New Orleans.
Wow.
So is there anything you want to say to actors out there who may be watching? 'Cause I know I have some actor friends out there who have commented to me recently. I'm about to get out there to LA. Yeah. And if they maybe, what would you say to them?
Well, I really would say that you need to have a community. It's something that is not easy to do on your own. You need to definitely have support. And all of you people who are friends and family of actors, love and support them. It's not easy. Don't ask them all the time, did you get it? Did you book it? They'll let you know.
Thank you. Isn't that...
They'll let you know.
They'll let you know, right? So, when you go when I'm on an audition, don't ask me.
Don't ask.
Did you get the part? How'd it go? I'll tell you.
They'll
exactly. Let you know. And another pet peeve is is it a big part? So when you do book it, they want to know how big is it. It's like, well, how big is yours?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm
just
to put it in perspective. How big is the part you got with words?
Exactly. And
just support.
The fact that we're doing something that is non-traditional is a huge, there's no secure, it is not to knock people who have a job that they've been at for 20 years and they know that they will never get fired from. This is a job that requires.
Good.
I know. We would love that, but this requires putting on our heart and soul and and taking risks every day. So please be kind to any actor around you and be kind.
This is like an infomercial for actors. Please be kind.
Please be kind.
Feed them and leave them a bowl of water outside.
For sure.
Because we get thirsty.
We do get thirsty.
All right,
for roles.
I want to play.
For parts. For jobs. We get real thirsty for that.
Thirsty. All you directors and casting directors. No. But you're a director yourself.
Yeah.
So
she's thirsty. I'm thirsty.
All right, I want to play my favorite game before I let you go.
Okay.
Oh, don't look.
I want to look. Sorry. I want to look.
My favorite game, word association.
Okay,
this is my favorite game. All right.
I'm closing my eyes.
All right, I'm going to say a word,
okay,
and I'm going to say words that are not on this paper in case you saw them.
I didn't see anything.
Don't lie. Did you not? Okay, I'm going to play word association. So I'm going to say a word, Dailey Hall, and you're going to say the first thing that pops into your mind.
Fantastic. I'm ready.
Money.
Power.
Los Angeles.
Dreams.
Goat.
Greatest of all time.
Ding, 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 ding. That was good. Fun.
Happy.
Emergency.
My mom and dad.
Security.
Love.
Money.
Did I say power?
Did I say that?
I said power. But money, yeah. Good times. Traveling. If I had some money, I would be traveling right now, y'all.
Right. Okay. And last one. Dream.
Big.
Big. Good. This has been so much fun.
Yeah.
God, look, we've had a nice time.
Yeah, we have a nice time.
This went by pretty quickly.
It did.
Make sure you guys tune in to the Samantha Beaulieu show next week. It's going to be fantastic.
Yes.
The lovely Angela Young is going to be guest
Ooh,
hosting.
Fantastic.
She is a phenomenal sister down in New Orleans doing big things in the world of media and public relations and everything. And she's going to be sitting in New Orleans, guest hosting the Samantha Beaulieu show next week.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to her. But be on the lookout for angry
black women.
Support it.
Oh, and please go and watch my Disney Channel show, Exchange. You can go to Disney Channel. You go to YouTube, type in Disney Channel Exchange, and then it'll pop up. It's a beautiful sister named Carla, who is playing the part of Brigitte. There's all sorts of languages and cultures in there. Please show.
I'm going to do that.
Yes.
I'm going to check it out. Support.
Yes.
We have to support each other, guys. We got to support one another. Like, I think Solange Knowles said it best. And I'll just end it on that quote. When she was tweeting about Beyonce getting overlooked, she had a quote that said, and I wrote it down, and of course I can't find it, but
she said
something to the effect of,
she said, "Don't touch my hair." Was that what she said?
She said, "Don't touch my hair. Look at those cranes in the sky."
That's what she said.
And she said something to the effect of, don't give ourselves awards, create your own communities, award yourself, award each other, and be the gold you want to be.
Yes,
my G's.
Yes,
she said my G's.
Wow.
But, she really wanted to say mine.
Oh wow. Let's not.
But no, we're not. I didn't. Did I?
No, you didn't.
I didn't. But the point is, don't wait for somebody to bring you flowers. Plant your own garden.
Plant your own garden.
And on that note, I want to thank each and every one of you for listening. Thank you to Dailey Hall. Extra special thank you to Jazz for doing all that you do. Give a special shout out to Susan Henry, our general manager, and all the folks over at WBOK. WB. As Oliver Thomas says, WB makes it okay. All right, that is it. That has been another exciting edition of the Samantha Beaulieu Show. I am Samantha Beaulieu. Keep coming back.
Great.
Awesome. 59.
I'm going to do Samantha Beaulieu and
70. Now we're going to save it. So that was so much fun. So now, what now?
I have to use those as...
I said tequila. Tequila. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to use your restroom.
Okay, so I want to thank all of my Facebook Live friends.
Oh, wow. We're still live and you heard that I had to go to the restroom. That's terrible.
She's human.
I'm human. There's a lot of coffee, y'all.
She's great. She's a talent, and she's human. But it's been fun. Thank every one of you guys for joining us. My cousin Nicole's in Santa Monica joining us. Linda Lewis. Thank you guys. That was fun. So Dailey Hall, look for her. She was in the Lifetime movie Love on the 10th Day.
Yes.
She's in the new Netflix series Dear White People.
What?
Which was directed by Barry Jenkins.
Wow.
Moonlight. What? She's got her own Jones coming out, her own joint.
And Black women, and you can also watch Exchange.
Exchange on the Disney. Go to YouTube and type in Disney Channel Exchange.
Yes.
Or Dailey Hall, and you will find that. But this sister's doing big things, and
you can look at my website Daheli.info. Daheli.info. There's a lady here who's looking at us.
Okay, hey, that's right.
Okay.
And there you have it, folks. This was fun.
This was really fun.
So much fun. All right, guys. Thank you. We're out.
Bye.